Hey everyone. Um, Last night I had one of the strangest dreams of my life. Um, One I have difficulty describing, and I'm going to have difficulty describing, and also a dream that is matched up with what I would consider to be a profound synchronicity, or what the meaning of it is, I don't know. But the synchronicity has to do with a video that was sent to me the morning I woke up, and it is connected to the dream I had the night before. At least it seems to be. And it's related to what you would describe as a mud flood, right? This is a subject I was never into. I did watch some videos about it and about the possibility of it occurring. My opinion on this massive event in history is that and its connection to Tartaria, for those of you who heard about that mysterious empire that never existed. Um, I think that that is related to the Mandela effect in that that is actually residual information that transferred from an alternate universe and kind of superimposed itself onto our own. And in that alternate universe, there was indeed a Tartaria and a mud flood that occurred. Perhaps um, for whatever reason, um, if we're constantly kind of moving through vortices and switching realities, if that is the case, okay, I'm not saying it is, then it would make sense that historical events like that would kind of come up in our reality when you guys know that they didn't before. Nobody has heard of such a thing 20 years ago. I don't think you would have ever heard a discussion about a mud flood or Tartaria 20 years ago or less. So, anyway, this dream was flood related, and it did feel like another dimension, and it looked like very much like Russia. It was Russia. I just know. I've been back there. I know Russia. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what the buildings are like. And there was some sort of massive rainstorm. Um, but this was not like a normal rainstorm. We're driving to some remote location, and my wife and son in this current reality are in the dream as well. And we find ourselves in a place that I can only describe as to be like an animal sanctuary where were housed countless upon countless species of animal. Some were indoors, some were outside. I remember very distinctly seeing a capybara, which is the largest rodent in the world. And there was a lot of emphasis and focus on that particular rodent in the dream. But this place was very odd. It was not a normal structure, and it was not a normal landscape. Everything was made out of wooden logs. So everything had this Noah's Ark type of feeling to it, even though it wasn't on the sea. You had this basically structures or a series of structures rather made out of wooden logs, and you had animals of every kind just roaming freely about. And this rainstorm that's getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and the flood just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And so we ended up, like, in a sense, being stuck in that location. And basically, we were trapped like in that area. And I decided that I would go find rescue because if we didn't get out, that we would be flooded with all these animals. And I'm driving down a highway and I'm noticing on either side of me massive landslides of mud. And it was wet mud and it was coming from all directions and it was covering the road and it was causing me to basically drive, getting consistently into one accident after another and avoiding chaos everywhere I went. And the next thing I know, I find just I'm driving down the highway and I'm just in a different place. I'm in some kind of city, and it was a Russian city, and it was like nothing ever happened. And this place looked very Soviet, actually. It looked very old style. Um, Everything looked like it was from a different era. So I'm just walking around, going about my business in this town that I'm in. So interesting how that confusing scenario just went from me driving. I don't know if I, died in that reality and just found myself in another, in the same region or location, or I ended up getting help and ended up in that town. There was no like clarification in between what happened at all. There was nothing. It just switched like that. And I wake up and my friend Teresa sends me a video that I will find and share right here, actually, of a group of Russian men excavating some really strange looking statue. And the title of the video was Proof of a Mud Flood or something like that. And they're talking about this extraordinary discovery of this extremely weird looking statue that if I find this video, I will show. But that was the dream. And what this flood has to do with anything, I don't know. And that's why I want your guys' opinion on that, if you can. Thanks.